The first competition of the night is Monster Jam JCB Racing. All 8 trucks have been seated into the bracket based on a random draw. So, coming up first, these Monster Jam superstars will race head-to-head with the fastest 4 winners, advancing to the semifinal round. So, New Jersey, who's ready for Monster Jam JCB Racing?
Kicking things off, it's that black and green wrecking machine, Weston Anderson, Team Gravedigger. And his opponent, the rookie this season, Chucky Pawkin, Team Classroom Crusher. We have 2 second-generation drivers ready to go head-to-head in the first round of JCB Racing. Your winner, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Weston Anderson, Gravedigger, the son of Dennis Anderson, the creator of that black and green wrecking machine. Chucky Pawkin of Team Classroom Crusher, the son of legendary Monster Jam superstar Charlie Pawkin. So this was one for the history books. This is the first time these competitors went head-to-head in Monster Jam JCB Racing, first time they met at the line. Of course, as you see up there on the video board, Weston Anderson in Grazer will be moving on to the semifinals. Continuing on with our next matchup, we call her the Princess of Carnage, Brianna Mahan, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit. That's actually a live shot of Brianna in the cab, ready to pull up to the line to face off against her challenger, Brandon Telechka, Team Zombie. Your winner, Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circus. Super Glue, glued to the action replay up there right now. So I do want you guys to notice as Brandon Telechka and Zombie was coming around that final turn, he crushed our gray turn cone. So when a driver crushes one of those gray turn cones, pushes it out of bounds, it is an automatic disqualification. But Ringling Bailey Circuit did have the lead in that race regardless of the circumstances. But if the tables were turned, she still would have won that race because of the disqualification. Continuing on with our next matchup, can you dig it? Tony Oaks, Team JCB Digatron. Going up against Michaela Telechka, Team Megalodon. This is only their second time this season meeting at the line. Tony Oaks is 1-0 against Michaela Telechka in Megalodon. Will that change? We're about to find out. Your winner, Tony Oaks, JCB Digatron. Super Glue, glued to the action replay. Tony Oaks, JCB Digatron had the edge the entirety of that race, cut those corners nice and precise, but it was really his work down the straightaway that I think gave him the advantage in that race. Once again, Tony Oaks, JCB Digatron moving on to the semifinals. The only question, who will he face off against? We have 2 more competitors down there on the track in JCB Racing Round 1. Celebrating 25 years of the Crazy Bull, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. And one of our 2026 rookies, Kylie Kent, Team Sparkle Smash. Another first-time matchup here in the JCB Racing competition. Both competitors pulling to the line. Your winner, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. This is the fourth time, or the third time this weekend, excuse me, that Fernando Martinez and El Toro Loco has made it to the semifinals. Will he move on once again to the JCB Racing Finals? He's gonna have to go through Tony Oak's Team JCB Digatron. Two solid competitors are gonna face off at the line. And then back up the bracket, you're gonna see Ringling Bailey Circuit face off against the black and green Wrecking Machine. These are four veteran competitors about to face off in the semifinals. I have a feeling this is gonna be an exciting one for all of you Monster Jam fans. So once again, El Toro Loco will face off against JCB Digatron. Ringling Bailey Circuit facing off against the black and green Wrecking Machine in those semifinals. 8 points are on the line. All of these competitors want to make their way to the JCB Racing Finals and have an opportunity to get points on the board for their individual teams.
New Jersey, this is the Monster Jam JCB Racing semi-final round. The fastest 4 drivers of the event have advanced to this round, and the winners will continue on to the finals, where they will compete for the first 8 points of the event. Now, this is a critical turning point in the JCB Racing competition, because ultimately there can only be 2 winners. So, New Jersey, who's ready for more Monster Jam JCB Racing?
A second-time matchup so far in the 2026 season. Black and green Wrecking Machine, Weston Anderson going up against Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Last week in Nashville, it was Weston who emerged victorious. Who will it be here in New Jersey? Your winner, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Weston Anderson, Team Gravedigger, has now made it to the JCB Racing Finals for the 3rd time this weekend. Now, each and every time that he's made it to the finals, he's actually faced off against Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco, with Fernando Martinez now taking 2 of those JCB Racing wins. Now, in order for Fernando to find himself back on the pod facing off against the black and green Wrecking Machine, he is going to have to go against a very heavy hitter, veteran competitor, Tony Oak's Team JCB Digatron. Will we see a repeat of earlier today and of last night, or will we see a completely new matchup with the black and green Wrecking Machine facing off against Tony Oak's in Team JCB Digatron? Now, I talked about this earlier, but those gray turn cones are crucial when it comes to the JCB Racing competition. Our drivers want to be able to cut those corners nice, crisp, and tight, but they do not want to crush the turn cones or push it out of bounds, because it is an automatic disqualification, which we actually have seen before. We've seen that happen with Weston Anderson in Gravedigger earlier, or yesterday, excuse me, and then we've seen that with Brandon Toluchka in Zombie. So those gray turn cones sometimes are a make or break when it comes to the JCB Racing competition. And again, these are some of the best in the business. We have seen all of these competitors that are down there on the track right now walk away with JCB Racing wins here in the 2026 season. And actually right now, you're looking at the top 3 competitors in overall series points right now, and they have been changing throughout the entirety of the season. We have 3 weeks right now here on Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, and we have at least another 15 on the road. And I do have a feeling we're gonna see a lot of interchangeable movement on the top of the leaderboard with these 3 competitors: Fernando Martinez, AJ Roseborough, Team El Toro Loco, Tony Oaks, alongside TJ Tiffany, Team JCB Digatron, and of course, Anderson alongside Noah Bakken here in Team Gravedigger. We're just going to get back to Monster Jam JCB Racing in just a few moments. While we do have a moment, I do want to take this opportunity to tell you guys about our partnership with St. Jude Children's Research Hospitals. I talked about this earlier with Michaela Telechka and Megalodon. We have this beautiful partnership, and you guys can get involved. All you got to do is scan that QR code up there on the video board, and on your smartphone, you'll see the names of all of our amazing Monster Jam teams. From there, you can make a donation to St. Jude on behalf of your favorite Monster Jam team. At the end of the night, the team that raises the most funds gets crowned our St. Jude Ambassador of the Night. And it is important to note that 100% of the proceeds goes back to support the families of St. Jude Children's Research Hospitals, where families never receive a bill for food, for shelter, for travel, for treatment, for anything. So join the fight and truly help us combat pediatric cancer together. All right, Monster Jam fans, we got the clearance from our Monster Jam officials that we can continue on with the semifinals. I talked about this earlier. These are some of the toughest competitors. Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco facing off against Tony Oaks, Team JCB Digatron. Your winner, Tony Oaks, Team JCB Digatron.
This is the Monster Jam JCB Racing final round. The winner of this race takes the first 8 points of the event and the racing win. New Jersey, are you ready to meet your racing finals contenders?
From Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, your 4-time undefeated Arena Series champion, Weston Anderson, Team Gravedigger. Weston Anderson, Team Gravedigger. Behind the scenes right now, we do have to give a big shout out. That is Noah Bakken, his teammate, rocking the Weston Anderson mustache. Weston, you can't see it, but we're going to take a video of it for you because that is incredible to see. Weston Anderson, the 2022 Rookie of the Year, facing off against one of the toughest competitors here in Monster Jam. He's a U.S. Army veteran behind the wheel of the brand new truck. Monster Jam fans, the new JCB Digatron truck piloted by several of our Monster Jam superstars. Tristan England behind the wheel, a World Finals champion, piloting also that JCB Digatron. But down there on the track, ready to face off against the black and green wrecking machine, is none other than Tony Oak's JCB Digatron. Monster Jam fans, if you are ready for this final race for the first 8 points of the night, I need you to scream! All right, we got JCB Digatron back there. TJ Tiffany, you got Noah Bakken. They're battling it out behind the scenes so we can battle it out here on the track between Weston Anderson and Gravedigger. Monster Jam fans, if you're on camera right now, I need you to stand up, make some noise. Come on, Monster, there we go. All right, so we got some supporters of Team Gravedigger here in the house. New Jersey, I want you on your feet because I feel like our Monster Jam superstars need a little extra help. All right, so I want to try something. All right, I want the entire Prudential Center, stand up on your feet, each and every one of you. Come on, I want to see you in the 200s. Everybody on your feet right now here at Monster Jam. I need you to make so much noise that we're about to blow the roof off the Prudential Center. On the count of 3, I need you to get so loud that this entire arena rumbles. And I know we can do it because we're in New Jersey. We got the Devils fans in the house. On the count of 3, make some noise. 1, 2, 3.
All right, that was pretty good, Jersey. But let me see, if you're in the 200 section and the 100 section, make some noise. All right, what about my sweet, sweet levels? Make some noise. And now it's time for the bottoms from 1 to 22. Make some noise. All right. If you are ready for Monster Jam JCB Racing's final round, then let me hear you say, let's go green!
Let's kick that one up to the super glue to the action replay. A little too close to call. We're gonna slow this one down. Whose BKT tires cross that finish line first? For the first time this weekend, snagging the JCB Racing competition win, Tony Oak's team, JCB. Monster Jam fans, I know it was a little long-winded, but I'm so glad that we finally got this finale in the JCB Racing competition. TJ Tiffany behind the scenes, he's going to be running out onto the pod momentarily to celebrate with his teammate Tony Oakes, our U.S. Army veteran, taking the first win of the night, the first one for him here in New Jersey. He's setting his team up for great success going into the second phase of the competition, which will be the two-wheel skills challenge. But right now, he's down there with David. All right, David, it's time to celebrate.
Christina, they don't call it JCB Racing for nothing. We got the team, Tony Oak's Digatron, joined by TJ Tiffany. Tony, man, that was a fast race. Come on, man, they didn't make it easy for you here.
Not at all, man. If you're Weston Anderson and you're Fernando sitting in your truck right now, these guys, they know how much this racing win means to me because for years I've been trying to perfect my method, and honestly, at the beginning of the weekend, I've changed my whole method of racing. So here I am learning a whole different method. And you know what? We're starting to hone it in, and it's paid off for us tonight.
It paid off big time. Those are 8 points going to Team JCB Digatron, the first of the event. And of course, we got two-wheel skills coming right up. Tony, you took two-wheel skills earlier. Maybe we can make this back-to-back.
I've got a few tricks up my sleeve, you know. Hopefully the cards are dealt in our favor in the running order. You know, that has a lot to do with it. You guys are all the judges out there from here on out on your phones. Judgeszone.com. Slide that little tire up and down. I want to see you guys judging us all fairly out here tonight. You know, you could give JCB a little extra point, though.
That's exactly right, Newark. Make some noise for the winning team of JCB Digatron.
Kicking things off in the two-wheel skills challenge, Chucky Pawkin, Team Classroom Crusher. Starting things off with the wheelie on those back BKT tires. One attempt down, one to go.
Make some noise, New Jersey, for Chucky Pawkin, Classroom Crusher. It's your first time to score our competitors. Remember, you'll go to judgeszone.com. You can scan the QR code right there on the corner of the video board. You got about 10 seconds remaining. What did you think of that run by Classroom Crusher?
That super glue to the action replay. Second attempt up there. Nice combination move. Goes into the popper, walks it back and forth on those front BKT tires, brings it back, kicks it into the wheelie to go back up the ramp. Let's see what you guys thought for Team Classroom Crusher. A 7.136, 7.136. So that will be the score to beat in the two-wheel skills challenge.
Newark, let's see those OP arms. It's time for Zombies two-wheel skills.
Brandon Telechka, Zombie with those combo moves. Has one attempt left in the two-wheel skills challenge. Coming up the ramp, slowing it down, coming back on the other side. Might be going for the stop. Yep, goes for the stoppie. Tries to get the combo, isn't able to get it on those back BKT tires.
Monster Jam fans, we practiced this during trackside, so I want to see if y'all can finesse and make it work. Let me see those zombie arms for Brandon Telechka. Zombie.
All right, Monster Jam fans, scoring is open, as Taylor is saying. Let us know what you guys thought at judgeszone.com. Super glue to the action replay, that nice popper Really great control on that first attempt, those front BKT tires. Let's see what you guys thought. Classroom Crusher, a 7.136 is the score to beat. A 6.210 for Zombie. That's going to put him currently in second place. Time to put those fins in the air for Michaela Telechka, Megalodon. Scoring is officially open for Michaela Telechka in Megalodon. Scott Murray back there cheering her on. Go ahead, scan that QR code, slide the BKT tire up or down, click submit. The original super glue glued to the action replay. That popper for that attempt number 1. Attempt number 2 pops it on what looked to me from my angle, 1 BKT tire before shifting the weight back to 2. Let's see what you guys thought of this one. Let's take it up to the video board. A 5.130, 5.130. Now, Monster Jam fans, before we continue, I do want to make a very important note. The plastic that is around the arena, the red and blue plastic, that is what's called our safety holes. Okay, they are there to protect you, our Monster Jam fans. Please do not put any personal belongings on them. That includes your arms, your legs, your coats, anything. So we do ask that you guys take just a quick moment to remove anything that you guys have on the safety holds. Thank you. I see you guys over there. So that we're able to continue on with the competition. And moving on right now, here to throw a little glitter onto the track, the rookie this season, it's Kylie Kent, Team Sparkle Smash.
Make some noise, New Jersey, for Kylie Kent Sparkle Smash. Scores are open at judgeszone.com. If you haven't joined us in scoring just yet, what are you waiting for, New Jersey? This is what makes Monster Jam special. You fans giving us your say-so of who deserves to win each competition.
And it looks like we have a lot of Sparkle Smash fans in the house. Ooh, I love the blue hair. That is awesome. Monster Jam fans, lock in those scores for Kylie Kent in Sparkle Smash. 2 sky wheelie attempts. That second one had a little bit more of that pop, a little bit more of that vertical positioning that we're looking for. 5.986, 5.986. Third place currently in the 2-wheel skills challenge for Kylie Kent, Team Sparkle Smash. 4 competitors down, 4 to go. Coming up next, your JCB Racing winner, Tony Oaks, Team JCB Ticketron. Precision is the name of the game for Tony Oates, Team JCB Digatron. Nice combo right there. Stoppie into a moonwalk, walks it forward, walks it back, kicks it on those back BKT tires. One attempt remaining in his two-wheel skills challenge run.
Can you dig it? New Jersey, make some noise for Tony Oates, JCB Digatron. Get those scores in right now. You got about 10 seconds remaining.
There he is, a Monster Jam fans. Keeping consistent, so consistent in the two-wheel skills challenge throughout the entirety of this weekend. He took the win earlier this afternoon. Let's see what you guys thought here in the evening. The score for JCB Digatron is 9.010. New leader, new score to beat. Up next, we call him the king of combos, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. A lot of oohs and ahs on that one. He's now shifting the weight from the right and left front BKT tires, kicks it back into the wheelie, tries to slap it back up, isn't able to, but still a solid first attempt all around.
Put those hands together for Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Get those scores in, New Jersey. Get the scores in now.
All right, now is your time to compare what you've seen so far from Tony Oates, JCB Digatron. In comparison to that of Weston Anderson and Gravedigger, both competitors had equal precision and control, but different approaches in the combinations that they chose. So let's see what you guys thought. A 9.010, the score to beat JCB Digatron. The score for Gravedigger is 9.370. 9.370 for the black and green Wrecking Machine.
All right, I'm hanging in the stands with one of the coolest friend groups in all of New Jersey, and they need you to listen up because they have a special message with a special request.
Get loud, because it's time for Toro Loco.
A stompy to wheelie, from stompy to wheelie to moonwalk, back down the ramp. Waving at the Monster Jam fans on those back BKT tires. Weston Anderson out of his truck right now, cheering on Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco. He purposely shut that truck off so he can hang out there for you Monster Jam fans. Brings it back down to center. And that was one attempt.
Monster Jam fan, put those horns up and make some noise for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. You gotta score now at judgeszone.com. Christina, I'm wondering what Weston was saying. It almost was like, you know, he learned that from me. He stole that from me. That's my trick. Oh, but he's giving them the thumbs up. He thinks it was really, really good. So this will be a tough one, Christina.
Definitely, Taylor. Listen, both of these competitors drive with such confidence, all right? That's the word that comes to mind. There is such confidence and an ease, which is crazy when you're in a 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck, all right? Let's see what you guys thought. Gravedigger's a score to beat, a 9.370. The score for El Toro Loco is 8.822. Third place, Fernando. All right, he said he's getting back in the truck, Monster Jam fans. All right, I heard a couple of boos and oohs and ahs. Remember, you guys got all the power here, all right? So make sure you're scoring accurately and fairly at judgeszone.com. We got one competitor remaining here in the two-wheel skills challenge. Brianna Mahan, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit. Tries for the popper on attempt number one. Isn't quite able to get the momentum needed to get in that vertical positioning, but she does have one attempt remaining. She's getting herself centered down the ramp, perhaps going for the stoppie on the opposite end of the track. Let's find out. And a stoppie indeed. Kicks it into the moonwalk, back up the ramp, and that'll do it for Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Monster Jam fans, put those hands together for Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. It's time to score at judgeszone.com. And if you haven't had a chance to see the Ringling Bailey Circuit in person, well, there you go. That was her dancing on the side of the track, cheering on her teammate, Brianna Mahan.
All right, let's see what you guys thought. Scores are locked in for Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Let's focus our attention up there on that video board for our final competitor, 5.123. So 8th place for Brianna Mahan in the two-wheel skills challenge. But that means the winner of the two-wheel skills challenge, the black and green wrecking machine, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Putting up 8 points on the board for Team Gravedigger. Noah Bakken gonna make his way onto the track. David, I hope we talk about the mustache, please, because we've had a lot of content of that mustache behind the scenes. But this is number 3 on the year for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger here in the two-wheel skills challenge.
Weston Anderson winning the two-wheel skills, joined by his teammate Noah Bakken. Weston, Look, man, we'll talk about the stash in just a second, but you took another two-wheel skills win here, again, gaining valuable points for your team.
Absolutely, man. And you know, the only thing that I think that locked in that win for us was we were the only people to get out here and get on one tire in a 12,000-pound truck. That is absolutely insane, man. There's nothing automatic about these Monster Jam trucks. It is all us behind the wheel. And I'm glad that you fans loved it and y'all scored it accurately. Thank you, guys.
And coming up next, as the crowd gives you that well-deserved cheer, Noah Bakken is about to take the FMX side of things into his own hands. Do you think this mustache could give him the power of the stash?
Absolutely, man. Mustaches are the best. Dale Earnhardt had a mustache, and Team Gravedigger's got a mustache, baby. So hopefully it'll pick us up, bring us to the top. I know Noah's going to throw down, and anytime that Gravedigger truck hits the floor for the rest of the night, I can promise you guys it's going to get wild. Y'all better have your cameras ready. Newark, you guys having fun at Monster Jam?
New Jersey, welcome back to the second half of Monster Jam. The superstars of freestyle motocross have taken to the track. They're going to take to the skies in just a little bit. And they have an opportunity to compete in not only one, but two FMX best trick competitions, the best upright trick competition, the best trick competition, and they have an opportunity to add additional points to their team's overall scores. A lot is on the line right now. We're gonna have an opportunity to see them do a few practice jumps before they dive into the actual competition. So they're gonna line up to the ramp, take off not once, but twice in order to hone their skills. Coming down the ramp right now, you got TJ Tiffany, Team JCV Digatron, AJ Roseboro, Team El Toro Loco. Representing the black and green wrecking machine, Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. Get those zombie arms moving for Chandler Hyder, Team Zombie. Classroom Crushers, Drew Slough. Greg Duffy, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. And last but not least, Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. That was their first practice jump. They do get one more. Monster Jam fans, this is the perfect time. Get at those smartphones. If you're taking pictures or videos, tag us at Monster Jam, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X. And then, of course, use the hashtag Monster Jam for all these amazing moments.
Here we go, New Jersey. It is time to kick off the FMX portion of Freestyle Mania. We're gonna need your help. I need you to get loud and get crazy, for they're going to go for the best trick upright competition. What that means is they can dig into their bags of tricks, but no backflips. All of our riders are gonna be prepared to do any trick at their disposal except for a backflip. We need your help to get on judgeszone.com. 20 seconds to lock in your score after each jump. So here we go. Let's see how loud we can get, Jersey. Are you ready for the FMX portion of Freestyle Mania?
Keep that energy going for our first competitor, hailing from Orlando, Florida. It's TJ Tiffany, Team JCV Digatron. First competitor out the gate, which means he's going to be setting the bar for his fellow competitors here. He is a seasoned veteran at Monster Jam, competed both nationally and internationally with us. Coming down the ramp, let's get loud for TJ Tiffany.
Starting strong. New Jersey, let them hear you. TJ Tiffany, JCB Digatron. Tony Oaks, his teammate, he's telling you guys to score. Tony, tell us what you see there. I know that you would score a 10.
Oh yeah, that score is high. That there's a rock solid. To take your hands off that bike in the middle of the air like TJ just did, you know, it takes a lot of bravery, a lot of courage to do that, guys. Get those phones out, score. That's a high scoring move right there.
All right, so let's see if the fans agree with Tony Oaks. Scores are locked in. The score for TJ Tiffany is 8.084, solid way to kick off the FMX Best Upright Trick competition. One competitor down, 7 to go. A lot more action coming your way. Up next, he's the coolest kid in class. It's Drew Slough, Team Classroom Crusher. One of the youngest competitors here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. This is his rookie season with us. He's actually partnered up with a fellow rookie, Chucky Pocket, behind the wheel of Classroom Crusher. Let's see what he has in store.
Whoa, indeed. Come on, get loud. That was Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. He probably wouldn't want me to say this, but even Tony Oaks was up here saying, whoa. So you all did the same thing, but make sure you put your money where your scores are at judgeszone.com.
With the Cordova move, lots of flexibility involved in that one. He's actually pushing his entire body forward on that bike, using a lot of thigh strength there, a lot of arm strength to keep that balance. Let's see what you guys thought. Scores are locked in, a 7.902, good enough for second place so far in the Best Upright Trick competition. Coming up next, let's get those zombie arms moving for Chandler Hyder, Team Zombie. Come on, Brandon. There we go. Brandon Telechka behind the scenes, cheering on his partner with those zombie arms with a little encouragement from Weston Anderson. Let's see what Chandler Hyder has as he makes his way down the ramp.
Let's hear it for Chandler Hyder, Zombie. Christina, this, I think, is the trick that he was saying that he's been working on. It's called the dead body, and I guess we see why, because you stick those legs out, it's fully extended, he's laying flat in the air, but he's still holding onto the handlebars.
Yeah, Taylor, it actually kind of looks like a lazy boy when you're laying your body completely back, but the trick here is he actually brings his legs outward over the handlebars. I don't know what's going on back there, but I'm loving it. Let's see what you guys think. A 7.418, 7.418. Third place currently for Chandler Hyder and Team Zombie. Here to Sparkle Smash the competition, it's Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. This season, he's piloting the Yamaha YZ250 two-stroke bike. It has served him well over the last 3 weeks. And we got some Sparkle Smash fans in the house. Come on, guys, cheer on Camp Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash.
Put those hands together. That was Cam Sepulveda, Sparkle Smash. You got Kylie Kent saying 10s across the board. Everybody else in the back just chilling.
All right, Tony, you just said, hey, stole our trick. That was a really solid, rock solid. Come on.
Yeah, it was awesome. I've known Camp Sepulveda for a while. We've toured together. I've watched the guy, you know, just increasing his skill year after year, man, to come out there and see him do that rock solid like that, that was awesome.
Well, let's see what the fans thought. Scores are locked in. Coming in on the video board for Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash at 8.517. 8.517. New leader, new score to beat. It's time to get a little crazy, celebrating 25 years of the Crazy Bull, AJ Roseboro, Team El Toro Loco. When it comes to AJ Roseboro, I've said this a bunch of times this season so far, but consistency is key with him. He is always so confident when he takes to the track, comes down the ramp. You got Fernando Martinez in the back, watching and cheering him on.
Let us see those horns. Come on, put them up high. That was AJ Roseboro, El Toro Loco. You all know what to do by now. You got to score at judgeszone.com.
All right, Monster Jam fans, let's break this one down. Holy grab, so a little bit different from the rock solid as he takes off. He actually has his wingspan come off of the handlebars first. So he's holding onto those handlebars and then he lets go as opposed to grabbing onto the seat and then letting go of the seat. An 8.306, 8.306, second place currently in the best upright trick competition. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together. Ringling Bailey Circuit's Greg Duffy. Greg Duffy from Annapolis, Maryland, made his Monster Jam debut back in 2023, but he's been riding professionally since 2018, and he's actually a Guinness Book of World Record holder. So this guy is absolutely incredible. Let's see what he has in store.
Go ahead, let them hear you. Come on, New Jersey. That was Greg Duffy, Ringling Bailey Circuit. You know, I think it's interesting, Christina, a lot of our fans are left speechless after they see these amazing stunts. I know, they're still kind of going crazy watching it back again.
A one-handed Indy right there. So one hand on the seat, the other on the handlebar, and then he fully extends his legs. You actually see a separation of his legs. He extends one of his back legs, showcasing some really great flexibility and a little comic relief. Are you doing the robot? Is that what's happening, Greg Duffy? Are we doing the robot? All right, let's see what you guys thought at judgeszone.com. And 8.709, 8.709, new leader, new score to beat. Looking to swim his way to the top of the leaderboard, a competitor who has proven himself unstoppable here in the FMX competition, Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. Scott Murray piloting the Yamaha YZ450F. Made his professional debut in 2002, so he's truly our veteran rider down there on the track, but proven that age is just a number because he has the most wins of anybody down there on the track right now. Put your hands together for Scott Murray. Team Megalodon, head on over to judgeszone.com. Let us know what you guys thought of that one. The KOD. Oh, we got some Megalodon fans in the house. So take a look at that super glue to the action replay. He tucks his body completely inward, fully extends out in that handstand-like position while he has his hands on the handlebars. The bike drops down in that nice vertical line. How does that translate into scores, though? Ringling Bailey Circuit 8.709 is the score to beat. The score for Megalodon is 8.987. New leader, new score to beat, with one competitor remaining. Last but not least, Monster Jam fans, the black and green wrecking machine, Noah Buchan, Team Gravedigger. He's taken 2 wins so far this weekend. The mustache man behind the scenes, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger, channeling his inner boy band moment right now. All right, Noah Buchan, what do you have in store?
Let them hear you, Noah Buchan, Gravedigger. I know, I'm looking at everyone's faces. Everybody's eyes are big. They're clutching onto their kids. He's in the clear, guys, but look at that super glue glued to the action replay, Christina.
Taylor, there was a little bit of hesitation there. We got to call it. We saw the hesitation, but man, He was fearless, goes for the heel clicker into the cliffhanger combo. Was this enough to take the win? Remember, score to beat, our last competitor, Scott Murray, 8.987. The score for Grave Digger is 9.143. Noah Buck and Team Gravedigger swept the weekend here in the best upright trick competition. A momentous weekend for Noah Bakken here in his rookie season of Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. David down there on the track, ready to celebrate with Weston Anderson.
Weston is loving every bit of this, sweeping this weekend here in New Jersey with the best trick competition. Weston, what do you got to say to Noah, man?
Man, Noah, you're amazing, dude. You know, whenever you told me you wanted to do that trick at the beginning of the weekend, I thought you were a little bit crazy. And then I saw you pull it off, and we're the only guys in this competition that are throwing combos like that. Noah, you're awesome, man. Keep it up. Hey, I want you guys to get loud for Noah. Let him hear ya.
Now let's check out Weston, where that leaves Team Gravedigger on the leaderboard in first place right now with 23 points. Team JCB Diggertron with 18. El Toro Loco 14. Two-way tie with Megalodon and Ringling Bailey Circuit 11. Sparkle Smash with 10. Classroom Crusher 9. Team Zombie with 7. Let's go, New Jersey. Do you want to see some more? We want some more! We want some more! It is time for the FMX Best Trick Competition. This is anything goes. Backflips, whatever combinations these riders want to throw out, they have it in store for you. Judgeszone.com, 20 seconds at the end of each jump. Here we go, Jersey. Let's get loud. Are you ready for the FMX Best Trick?
You know what that music means. Let's get those zombie arms moving for Chandler Hyder, Team Zombie. Chandler Hyder making his debut with us here in Monster Jam back in 2022. He started riding professionally in 2018. Started just as a kid. He was only 8 years old when he first started. Soaring through the air. He's a bit of an adrenaline junkie, self-proclaimed, and now he's taken off as our first competitor in the Best Trick Competition.
Let me see those zombie arms. And let me get a zombie roar for Chandler Hyder, Zombie. Scores are open.
A no-feet backflip right there. So as he's making that rotation, he actually releases both of his feet from the pedals before bringing them back to center and finishing that rotation with that backflip. Let's see what you guys thought. Scores are locked in. 8.327, starting off nice and strong. That's going to be the score to beat in the Best Trick Competition. Moving on to our next competitor, here to throw a little glitter on the track, it's Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. Cam Sepulveda has fully embraced and is embodying Team Sparkle Smash. If you come to the pit party, you'll see his pink sneakers, his pink glasses. Maybe we'll even get him in some sequins, Taylor. I don't know, we're gonna have to wait and see. We got our Sparkle Smash fans in the stands, Kylie Kent back behind the scenes cheering him on. Here he comes down the ramp. Let's hear it for Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. You guys know what to do. Head on over to judgeszone.com. A little reminder, the original super glue glued to the action replay showcases that super flip. So as he does that rotation, he kicks out his legs in almost a plank-like position. Ultimately, the goal here is to kind of make the bike and the person who's riding it in that parallel position. So think of an equal sign as they're soaring through the air. Let's see what you guys thought. Scores are locked in for our second competitor. 8.914. 8.914. New leader, new score to beat. Taylor, Ding, ding, ding. It's time for recess. Drew Slough, Team Classroom Crusher. Giving you a little wheelie action as he makes his way around the track, actually circulating Classroom Crusher. Chucky Palkin behind the scenes, cheering him on. Put your hands together for Drew Slough, Team Classroom Crusher. Super glued to the action replay. One-handed backflip right there. So as he makes that rotation, he releases that arm nice and straight. Great elongation there. Brings it back to the handlebars to finish that rotation. Scores are locked in. The score for Classroom Crusher is 7.795, 7.795. Good enough for third place in the best trick competition. Put your fins in the air. Coming up next, Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. And I think it's the Met Cam. We want to see those shark jaws, Monster Jam fans. Come on, New Jersey. Let us see those shark jaws. He's been unstoppable here in this phase of the competition. Can he continue it? With the KOD, Scott Murray has been unstoppable in this phase of the competition. We are going to give him a moment to get his bearings. He's been working so hard on that particular trick. His fellow competitors are going to take a moment to comfort him right now. We're going to make sure he is okay. There he is, Monster Jam fans. Put your hands together for Scott Murray, Team Megalodon, up on his feet right now. Let's see what you guys thought at judgeszone.com. Scores are officially locked in right now for Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. A 9.071. Come on, New Jersey, put those hands together for him. A new leader and a new score to beat. He's actually checking out that leaderboard right now. He puts his heart and soul every time he comes out here on the track, and he's been actually undefeated in this phase of the competition. We've been on this series now for 3 weeks, and he has won every single best trick competition with that amazing KOD, one of the most difficult things to execute here at Monster Jam. As you can see, we're gonna go and make sure that he is okay. Our tech officials are down there on the track. He is supported by his fellow riders. That leaderboard is up there right now with 4 competitors. All right, that helmet is back on, New Jersey, which means he's gonna continue out here on the track with all of you amazing fans. A true testament to professionalism. New Jersey, can we take a moment, really? Give him a huge round of applause down there on the track. Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. Behind the scenes, you got Michaela Telechka cheering him on. I know she is eager to make sure he is A-okay. He's going to go back and make sure and get checked out by our medical professionals. But Taylor, I think we're going to continue on with this competition just momentarily. I do see Cam Sepulveda right now checking out the FMX safety bag. So these are some protocols that are in place to make sure that these riders are able to continue on. Anytime there is a situation like that, we do have to assess the situation accordingly. So you do see Cam Sepulveda down there, Team Sparkle Smash. I think he's given the A-okay. He's running back there on the pod. I'm going to take a look right there right now. All right, I see AJ Rosebill pumping up the crowd. All right, I think it's safe to say we can get loud, Monster Jam fans. Taylor, Olivia, you're hanging in the stands with a very special guest. Where are you guys at?
We're actually hanging out in section 21. They were so live. They're right here in front of JCB Gigatron. We've got Tony Oaks. He actually is not used to being up here for this competition, so go ahead and hype them up as best as you can for the next competitor.
Newark, New Jersey, give it up for my teammate, JCB Gigatron, TJ
TJ Tiffany, I mentioned this earlier, but he's one of our veteran competitors here at Monster Jam. He's also a stuntman as well, so you have seen him. If you guys are Marvel fans, he's actually been in Marvel's Avengers Endgame. He's been in a variety of Netflix series as well. So he's a very cool guy, very cool competitor. He's getting himself situated as he makes his way around the track behind Classroom Crusher to line up with the takeoff ramp. Here he comes, make some noise.
Put those hands together for TJ Tiffany, JCB Digatron. It's time to score at judgeszone.com. You see TJ is eager to see not only the super glue to the reaction replay, but his scores.
With the knack flip, makes that rotation, kicks out that back leg, twists his hips ever so slightly to get a little bit of that hip rotation. An 8.084 fourth place for Team JCB Digatron. 8.084 fourth place currently. We still have 3 more competitors to go in this phase of the competition. Looking for his best trick win, Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. It's been an amazing weekend for Noah Bakken and Team Gravedigger. Got his start when he was so young, and now he's here quite literally living out a dream. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com for Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. The no feet backflip right there on that super glue to the action replay, so he does release both legs from the pedals. You can see a better angle the second time around on that super glue to the action replay. Scores are locked in. Let's see what you guys thought. Let's take it up to that video board. 8.185, 8.185 for Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. Continuing on with our next competitor, Greg Duffy, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Greg Duffy, as I mentioned before, been riding professionally since 2018, but he's been with us at Monster Jam since 2023. His dad actually raced four-wheelers, and that's how he found his passion for FMX.
Make some noise for Greg Duffy, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Scores are open at judgeszone.com. What'd you think?
The one-hand backflip, Taylor. He releases at the very end of that rotation. Take a look at that super glue to the action replay. Actually gave a thumbs up. Ooh, I missed that the first time. A nice thumbs up. Scores are locked in. The score for Greg Duffy is a 7.509, 7.509, seventh place currently with one competitor remaining. And that competitor, of course, representing the Crazy Bull, AJ Roseboro, El Toro Loco. Let us know what you guys think at judgeszone.com for our final competitor. Have those smartphones open. You guys have been doing an awesome job all event long. Our final competitor here, it all comes down to this.
Put those horns up and make some noise for AJ Roseboro, El Toro Loco. Scoring is open at Judges Zone. Every time I walk around the arena, I see so many of you with your phones out. I've even seen some of you arguing over what you think the score should be for each competitor. No matter how you do it, just make sure you get it in.
All right, final competitor. It all comes down to this. Remember that score to beat was Scott Murray in Megalodon, that 9.070. The score for El Toro Loco is 8.076, which means the hot streak continues. Here he is, Monster Jam fans, Scott Murray, Megalodon, continues to be undefeated in the best trick competition. Unbelievable stuff that you could only see right here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania.
That's right, Christina. And we're going to get to hear from Scott Murray of Megalodon in just a minute. But he's going to help send these guys off into the sky because you fans are getting ready to witness something that is pretty special and very unique to Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. So I got to ask before we get into it, New Jersey, do you want more? Are you sure? Because the crowd earlier was louder. I say, do you want more? Then I need you to get those phones out, get your cameras ready, take a sip of water, okay? Because I want us to scream so loud for these riders that they hear us across the Hudson. On the count of 3, let's do this Jersey style. 3, 2, 1. These riders were hand-selected because they're the best of the best. You might have seen them in your favorite Marvel movie. You might have seen them across the globe, flying high in Dubai, but they are here today for your entertainment. So let's send them off one final time. Scott Murray, this one's for you. 3, 2, 1. Newark, that's what I'm talking about. Make some noise one more time for the superstars of Freestyle Mania.
What a way to end the competition. Such camaraderie down there on the track right now. Got to give a huge shout out to Scott Murray and Megalodon continuing on his winning streak. You got Noah Bakken down there on the track. He has now swept the competitions in best upright trick here this weekend, 3 for 3. It is so wonderful just to see the camaraderie truly between all of these competitors. David, take it away.
On the track with the winners, I'm going to start here with Noah Bakken, joined by teammate Weston Anderson. Noah, don't worry, man, take your time. He's getting here. Noah, this is your 3rd straight FMX Best Upright Trick competition. You told me that you didn't know if this moment would come, and now here you are, back to back to back.
I really can't believe it. I really didn't know coming into this if I'd ever get a win. There's so much talent here at Monster Jam. You guys, thank you all. I can hear all you cheering. I'm glad we could get it done. Me and Weston, this guy's the man right here. He kills it in the truck, so I got to make sure I kill it on the bike. Thank you guys. Love you all.
That's all right, and killed it, you did. And then, of course, we got Scott Murray over here, undefeated, still in this competition. Scott, it seems like nothing can take you off the top.
Oh, you know, that was a pretty hard shot, unfortunately, but, you know, it's been a great weekend overall. I'm just happy to be standing here in one piece, and, you know, definitely going to have to take some time and let my marbles sort themselves out a little bit. But I just want to thank the Lord for keeping me safe out there. That was a pretty heavy stack, and yeah, it is what it is. Thank you so much for coming out. Looking so forward to Freestyle Monster Trucks coming up.
We're honored to have you here, Scott. One more time, New Jersey. Let's get loud. Noah Bakken, Scott Murray.
We have reached the pinnacle of the event. It's time for Monster Jam Freestyle. Monster Jam fans, she sparkle smashed it. Kylie can't sparkle smash. Go ahead and let her hear you now that that engine is off. We're starting off this first round strong. But you got to score now at judgeszone.com. As I said earlier, you all have been doing a really great job of keeping those scores coming in, so let's not stop now.
And Taylor, we got a little Sparkle Smash fan in the crowd. Let us know what you guys thought. Our first competitor, 6.410. 6.410. That's going to be the score to beat in the Monster Jam Freestyle competition. Continuing on with our next competitor, Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon.
Put those fins together for Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com.
Second competitor here with those Megalodon jaws. Let us know what you guys thought. Sparkle Smash is the score to beat. That's 6.410. The scores are locked for Megalodon. Let's take it up to that video board. A 6.949, which means we got a new leader and a new score to beat. But before we continue on in the freestyle competition, I do want to remind you guys of our fundraising efforts with St. Jude Children's Research Hospitals. And before we put that QR code back up, oh, actually, no, let's put it up just for a moment. Because I know, Taylor, you're hanging in the stands. Right now, Toro Loco is in the lead, 55% of those donations. And fun fact, New Jersey, we are $200 away from hitting $9,000. So I think you guys can do it. We got all of Freestyle to get that $200 to get it to the $9,000 mark. But Taylor, let's play, I think we should play the St. Jude helmet shuffle. What do you think?
I think we should, Christina. I've got these two adorable, look, right there, wave hi. All right, we got the Morrow family here, and they need your help. So let's take it up to the video board, New Jersey. We've got 3 helmets, okay, and 1 trophy. Now, I need you to, look over here, to keep your eye on the helmet holding the trophy. It's right there in the middle. Here we go. All right. You guys see it? Guess what? It's not done. Keep watching. Keep watching. Dad said, oh, no. All right. I see a lot of fingers up in the air. Kyrie, I see your team is saying 1. Which one is it under?
Max Day.
I think he said 1, right? Yeah, he said 1. Let's find out. It's not under 3. And it's not under number 2. So what does that mean? Say
Number 1.
number 1. Make some noise for the Morrow family. And of course, you're going home with a prize for all of your hard work and your excitement. Great job, boys. All right. But you know what? It's time for some more Monster Jam action. So for our next Monster Jam driver that's coming out, New Jersey, I need all of your help, all right? Stick one arm out if you can, and then stick the other arm out. And I need you to scream, it's time for Zombie!
It's a zombie attack here in Newark. Make some noise for Brandon Tolushka, Zombie. 20 seconds, judgeszone.com. Let's go.
A bicycle so nice, he did it twice to end that Monster Jam freestyle run. Let us know what you guys thought of Brandon Tolushka, Team Zombie. Super glue to the action replay, some really big air mixed in with those technical moves, most notably towards the end with those back-to-back bicycles on those side BKT tires, gets those revolutions going, puts it back on all 4, finds his balance and continues it on the other side. Scores are locked in. Let's see what you guys thought for Zombie. At 8.280, which means we got a new leader and a new score to beat. Gonna give him an opportunity to refire that Monster Jam truck, get him off the track so that we are able to continue on with our final 5 competitors, excuse me. Take a look right now at the St. Jude leaderboard. So we've seen a little bit of movement. Now Team El Toro Loco, 39% of those donations. We're gonna see if you guys can crack the $9,000 range with those donations right here in New Jersey. We're ready to continue on with the freestyle competition. He's the Crazy Bull for a reason. Celebrating 25 years of El Toro Loco. Put your hands together for Fernando Martinez. Slowing down with 35 seconds on the clock, lining up with the Morgan and Morgan backflip ramp. Hits the Morgan and Morgan backflip ramp with the corkscrew on the dismount. Can't land it on all four BKT tires. But what a wild ride for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. That steering wheel is now out the window. We're going to give him an opportunity to get out of that Monster Jam truck. Our tech officials checking on him right now, making sure he is good to go. And our JCB Dirt Squad is coming out there on the track to help us out. Scoring is open. Let's lock in those scores. But not before you give him a huge round of applause as he makes his way out of that Monster Jam truck. Scores are locked in. The score for El Toro Loco is 8.780 for Team El Toro Loco.
All right, Monster Jam fans. I think it's time for you fans to get up out of your seats. Let's see if you can follow directions. Bailey Circuit, take it away. Red light, freeze! Make some noise, New Jersey. That was awesome. But it's time to go green light now with Chucky Pauken, Classroom Crusher. Put those hands together for Chucky Pauken, Classroom Crusher. Get those scores in, everybody, at judgeszone.com.
Some high-flying action courtesy of Chucky Pauken, Team Classroom Crusher. Super glue to the action replay shows What just went down? A nice mixture of those technical moves with that bicycle right there. Nice control. Got some big air throughout the freestyle run. He seems to be happy with that one. Look at that smile. Let's see what you guys thought. The scores are locked in. 8.189. 8.189 for Chucky Pocken, Classroom Crusher. New Jersey, those bells only mean one thing. Who's ready for Grave Digger?
Ding dong, who's there? Weston Anderson, Grave Digger. JudgesZone.com, 20 seconds.
All right, Monster Jam fans. Noah Bakken behind the scenes cheering them on. Go ahead, slide that BKT tire up or down, click submit. Let us know what you guys thought of that one. A burner of a freestyle. Score to beat El Toro Loco, 8.780. The score for Grave Digger is 9.402. We got a new leader and a new score to beat. Weston Anderson, Team Grave Digger jumps to the top of that freestyle leaderboard. And we got a little bit of breaking news. We're going to keep the energy going because remember I said we were so close. We were only $200 away from raising $9,000 for St. Jude. Well, New Jersey, you did it. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. Team El Toro Loco takes the win as our ambassador of the night. Congratulations, Fernando Martinez, AJ Roseborough. We now here on Monster Jam Freestyle Mania have raised over $9,000 for the families of St. Jude Children's Research Hospitals, and we cannot do it without you guys.
All right, we're gonna say, why don't we play a game, of course. This is some more trivia for all of you fans, but we're gonna play as a full team. All of us here in the Prudential Center. Let's take it forward. Let's take it up to the video board, everybody. What is the top speed of a Monster Jam truck? Now, when you think that the yellow highlight has hovered over the top speed of a Monster Jam truck, I want you to scream. Are we ready? Here we go. Let it loose. Yell stop when you think it's over it. How fast can a Monster Jam truck go? No, no. All right, let's try it one more time. I want y'all to yell stop. Here we go. They're yelling stop. They're yelling stop. All right, let's see if we're correct. What's the answer? How fast can a Monster Jam truck go? 100 miles per hour. Nice work. All right, that was a little too easy. That was a little too easy. What do you say? You want to do another one? All right, let's do another one. Give us another question. How much does a Monster Jam truck weigh? Oh, you guys should know this one. Oh, let's see. Here we go. They're yelling stop! Are we correct? They are correct! Prudential Center, give yourselves a round of applause. And since we're already screaming at the top of our lungs, give your next competitor a warm welcome. Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Put those hands together for Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. You know where to go and you know what to do.
Let us know what you guys thought of that one. Ringling Bailey Circuit, compliments of the Princess of Carnage herself. Lots of high-flying action on that one. Really big jumps, taking full advantage. All right, so that movement that she made indicates that that Monster Jam truck is broken, which means she was able to finish the freestyle run with a broken Monster Jam truck. So kudos to her for that one. Scores are locked in. Let's take it up to the video board. A 7.518 for Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit.
All right, I'm hanging up here in section 113. Now these boys, they need you to listen up because it's time for Tony Oaks in
JCB Digatron!
together for Tony Oaks and JCB Diggertron with that one. It looks like he'll be jumping out of that Monster Jam truck. That was an electric freestyle run. Keeping you on the edge of your seat, there are particles of JCB Diggertron quite literally all over the track right now. Man, oh man, what a freestyle run from Tony Oaks, JCB Diggertron. Scores are locked in. The score for JCB Diggertron is at 8.874, good enough for second place in the freestyle competition. But Monster Jam fans, what all of this means, your winner of Monster Jam Freestyle and BKT overall event champions, Team Gravedigger. Sweeping the weekend here in New Jersey. Weston Anderson, Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger looking right now at the dream team here on Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. 3 for 3 BKT overall event championship wins. What a way to end an awesome weekend here at the Prudential Center. Come on, New Jersey, put your hands together for your BKT overall event champion. And one more time, the superstars of Monster Jam Freestyle Mania making their way around the track for the final lap of the night. I hope you guys had the best time with us here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. It has been a historic weekend for Noah Bakken and Weston Anderson sweeping the weekend. Noah Bakken sweeping the best upright trick competition. Oh, we got the mustache back. All right.
Team Gravedigger is on top yet again, sweeping the weekend here in New Jersey. Noah Bakken, you played your part. Back-to-back-to-back FMX wins, deserving this trophy.
Thank you. I really can't believe it, man. This was an amazing weekend, 3 for 3. It wasn't just me, though. My teammate Weston, he crushed it all weekend. And also you guys for your scores. We appreciate all of it. Thank you, guys. Love you all.
Weston Anderson taking the freestyle win and, of course, the overall. This victory puts you on top of Freestyle Mania.
Man, that feels good. We started off a little bit rocky, but you know what? This shows that teamwork makes the dream work, baby. Not only me and Noah, but everybody behind the scenes, Chandler, Billy. Y'all get your butts up here right now, man. Those guys are the unsung heroes behind the scenes. They get that Gravedigger truck 110% ready to rip, so I could come out here and burn it down in freestyle for you guys. So I want to hear a round of applause for these two men right here. They're the real heroes, baby.
One more time, New Jersey, make some team, Team Gravedigger.
We're dancing it out up here at the desk because this has been quite an awesome weekend of Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. Congratulations one more time to Team Gravedigger. You know, I said it before, I'll say it again. Anytime that you come to Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, you truly never know what is going to happen. Each phase of the competition changes the leaderboard, and now we have a series change, Taylor.
We do, and this is when the tables start to turn. But we keep saying this, that everything is going to constantly change. Just a few hours ago, there was a 1-point difference between Team El Toro Loco and now Team Gravedigger is on top. We were saying how he was third. I think he was third when we came into the weekend, and look at how we're ending it. So that's the beauty of Monster Jam. You never know what you're going to get, but you know you're going to get an amazing event.
Absolutely, and this weekend alone was very, very memorable for a lot of reasons. We saw a lot of firsts. I know I've said it before, I'll say it again, Noah Bakken walking away with those 3 wins. He's been fighting for that for the last few weeks, as has Weston Anderson and Gravedigger for those BKT overall event championship wins. And I do gotta give a shout out to everybody here in New Jersey, because right now, I said this earlier, but St. Jude. Our partnership with St. Jude is something that's so important to us. Team El Toro Loco went away as the ambassadors of the event, but over $9,000, Taylor.
I know, you guys helped us hit our own record as far as St. Jude Children's Research Hospital this year, so thank you. And remember, you can always donate. You don't have to donate just at a Monster Jam event, so thank you. The children that are fighting cancer truly deserve it.
And again, thank you guys. We hope you had as much fun as we did this weekend. On behalf of David Mila down there on the track, we got Taylor Olivia up here in the stands all around the Prudential Center. I'm Christina Moore, and from everybody here at Feld Entertainment, New Jersey, that was Monster Jam Freestyle Mania.
The keys in the ignition, so drivers fire your engines. It's a battle to the end. Never give up, no, never give in. It's grit and guts, dirt and dust. Get out your seat and put your hands up. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's ride, let's go. This is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, Jam, Jam. Yeah. It's wheelies and backflips, donuts and burnouts and walk-its. Full throttle, head to head. You be the judge of which truck's gonna win. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's ride, let's go. This is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, Jam, Jam. When I say monster, you say jam. Monster, monster. Yeah, when I say monster, you say jam. Monster,